Hello everyone, been a while since I did a video like this. And while I'm at my mum's and got good Wi-Fi, I thought I'd do it. The story of fights and sparring and stuff, I haven't done one for ages because I've been busy living in the present. I'm a living in the past kind of guy. I like 90s wrestling, Pokemon, Football Manager 18. So we're going to go back in the past. Today's fight we're going to talk about is the Bracamonte fight. Because before the Fisher fight, probably the best fight in my career, most exciting one, and interesting because people get to see what kind of preparations I was having for fights and notice I was getting and stuff. I had a lot of stick for being out of shape in my career, and it was well deserved. But sometimes, like the Bracamonte fight, it wasn't all my doing. So basically, I just boxed Samir Nebo October 13th in Newcastle, and I was meant to go on. I meant to go on holiday. I meant to go. I think I meant to go for Ventura with my sister, my brother-in-law, and my nephew. I spoke to Ed after the fight, and he said, "We'll wait till Sheffield." It's a Kell Brook show, December 8th in Sheffield. He said, "Look, we'll wait for that. So go on holiday because you're not going to box till December 8th." So I said, "All right, cool." Anyway, I fell asleep and I missed my flight. I rang my sister in the morning and I said, "Look, I'm not flying on my own. Just leave it. I'll stay at home." So I did. I stayed at home for a week. I had a week off. I just boxed him. I won in the first round and I thought I boxed on December 8th. So it gave me like 7 weeks, I think. So I had a week off and then I got a call off Eddie saying, "Do you want to box on the Tony Bellew Usyk undercard?" 26 years of age at the time, started to make all right money. For Samir Nebo, my purse was 20 grand, so minus deductions and tax, I probably took 12 grand home, which is a lot of money for me. So he said, "Do you want to box on the Usyk Bellew card?" And I thought, bloody hell, I could probably get another 12 grand here. For the Bracamonte fight, my purse was 25 grand actually, I think. These are all facts as far as I'm aware. It was 25 grand. I'm 99.9% sure it was. It's 25 grand minus deductions and tax. Probably took home 17, 18 grand. So a hell of a lot of money. So I'm not going to say no to that. I'm only 26. I ain't really got that much money, really, in the grand scheme of things. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I was like a millionaire, but obviously I wasn't. I didn't have loads. I weren't that well off, really. I've been boxing 10 years by then. I went to pro and I earned less than minimum wage. But at this point in time, things were starting to move. I'm making 12 grand every 2 or 3 months. And I'm looking at 17, 18 grand here. So straight away I said, yeah, of course I will. I've had a week off. And for the Nebo fight, I weren't in shape, but I know Nebo weren't very good. As unprofessional as that sounds. That's how I was living at the time. So I said to Ed, yeah, of course, well, I'm going to box. To which he said, well, I picked Samir Nebo. I matched myself at that time. So he said, well, you find somebody. He said, you give me some names and like basically I'll okay it if it's obviously you can't take the piss. I couldn't box any journeyman. I had to box somebody with a good record was the important thing. Nebo was 10-2, I think, when I boxed him. And he was Nebo was a puncher. I'll probably do a video on the Nebo fight because that was interesting as well. But Nebo was a bit of a puncher, to be honest. But he took Tom Schwartz 4 rounds. He shouldn't have got stopped. He weren't that bad, really, but he wasn't a top class heavyweight by any means. So he said, well, pick somebody. So I was go on BoxRec and looking through names and stuff. And while I'm doing this, I did a 2-week training camp with Mick Marsden at the time. So from the Nick Webb fight to the Bracamonte fight, I probably trained. I was in and out of the gym for the Nebo fight, don't get me wrong. I was in the gym, probably at the gym 4 or 5 days a week, doing the pads and the bags, doing a bit of sparring. Just weren't really running or dieting, to be honest. I was always, that's the thing around that time. I wasn't fit, but I was sparring twice a week. I was hitting the pads twice a week. I was boxing fit, and I've been boxing fit for 10 years. I was just overweight and not running. So I did 2 weeks with Mick, pads, probably sparring. I was always sparring, to be honest, always. I was boxing fit. but I weren't. I was very physical. For the average man, I was unfit, but I was boxing fit. I was sparring all the time, doing pad work. I was doing a session a day basically. So the last 2 weeks, I was doing a session a day. So yeah, and around this time, I'm picking opponents out. I'm saying to Eddie, "What about him? What about him? Yeah, we can't get him. Too expensive. He's this, he's that." So anyway, I dropped on this area Esteban Bracamonte. I looked at him. He's won 8 and lost 1. So I thought, right. Thought, yeah, he's all right. I watched a video of him getting stopped in the first round by another Argentinian fella, and I thought, bloody hell, he's 8 and 1. He's really chinny. Got a good record, but he's chinny. He's not very good. I'll win in the first round. Amazing. Sent it to Ed. Ed, what do you think? To which Eddie Hearn replied, God, I could beat him. So I thought, well, I don't think he could. But anyway, I said, yeah, sound, ha. Yeah, he'll do. Nice one, thank you, yeah. So they went and got him, secured that. So I'm boxing this fella 8 and 1. He's chinny. This is my thoughts, obviously, played out differently. So I'm thinking, right, 25 grand purse for this. I'm on a big show, live on pay-per-view. Amazing. Going to keep the ball rolling after I beat Nebo in a round, beat him in a round. Then I'm going to box on the Kell Brook show on December 8th. And then I was going to box on the White Chisora rematch card at the O2 December 22nd as well. That was already in place by this point. So fight week comes around and just very unprofessional, really. And all around this, I was unprofessional. You know, I got a lot of stick for everyone. Everyone around knew what I was doing. I was a nightmare, really. Out till early hours. Luckily, never a drinker, never a smoker, never took drugs or nothing. But I was a nightmare. Out all hours. And when I went to fight week, I never had a team. Like Mick trained me. You know, we trained together. You know, like I said, 4 times a week maybe. But I didn't have a team. I managed myself. He managed me on paper, but I managed myself. You know, I did a bit of training with him, but that was it. That was my team. That was it. Mick was my team. I had a mate called Monty, who I've known since we were little kids. He went to Manchester. Just me and Monty, actually. I think went to Manchester. Yeah, it was party time. Fight week was party time for me. Obviously, with time, I've realised now it's just impossible. You know, the official one I got right. I'm professional about it. But back then I wasn't. So out probably 3 or 4 a.m. Just out and about, really. You know, going out and doing this, that, and the other, and enjoying myself. But obviously, there's a time and a place, and that wasn't the time. But anyway, yeah, we stayed at the Radisson Hotel. Radisson Hotel, Manchester, beautiful. I think Danny was there. Danny Roll was there as well, actually. Me, Danny, and Monty. I had a cracking time, to be honest. I had a good time. It was a good crack. Just look back now, I think, bloody hell, I should have been a bit more mature. Me and Monty out there and everywhere. You know, we're up in the hotel lobby chilling with, like, Matchroom staff or, you know, Sky Sports staff or, you know, not drinking, not doing nothing untoward, but just, like, wrong things at the wrong time. Like I'm watching Nick Webber over at X Factor doing this, that, and the other. You know, you're in the hotel lobby till 3 a.m. But anyway, so Bracamonte don't arrive till the day of the weigh-in, and he was fat as butter. I thought 18.4. I think I was about 18.6, and I just didn't respect him all. I thought, yeah, I'm gonna go straight through this fella, no problem at all. Fight day comes around, and gets to the venue. Mick Marsden's like, do you want to warm up? No, I'm not hitting the pads. Don't really want to. That, you know, when I boxed Fisher, I did some pads, warmed up. Listen to Jamie, because you have to. A bit older and a bit more mature. You know, these are foolish mistakes. Anyone watching this, any kids watching this, 26 years of age, I knew fuck all. I don't know much now. I knew fuck all then, but I thought I did. So, walked to the ring. I said to Mick, don't worry about it. We'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm going to knock him out in 1 round watch. So, the fight started. We're 2.5 minutes through round 1, and I'm struggling, to be honest. The pace, he set a pace. He weren't a puncher, but his heavyweight box with house gloves on, they were hurting. Anyway, I hit him really low. Got a breather. Tried to slow him down. Looked over for the make, and I thought, fucking hell. Anyway, I hit him low on purpose, just to get a breather, really, just to control myself, just to get myself back together. He knew what the ref knew what I was doing. He bollocked me. He said, "Do that again," and you know that'll be your last warning. Like, don't do it again. I said, fair enough. First round's gone back to Mick. He said, "What the fuck are you doing?" I said, "It's off at a fast pace. Like I'm feeling it, but we'll be all right." 2 rounds go by. He wins the second round as well. Now I am knackered. I'm struggling. I'm panicking probably because I weren't experienced at the time. 10 amateur fights. That might be my 18th pro fight. I don't think 28 fights amateur and pros experience. I'm panicking. 2 rounds down. It's mad. Like I've had 14 fights since then. The amount of experience I've gained since then, the maturity, be different altogether now. But at the time, panic had set in. Went out for the third round, hurt him badly because I really thought I've got a round or two left in me. I need to get him out of there. Caught him and proper shot me ball trying to get him out of there. And I didn't get him out of there because he was hard as nails. Took a great punch. He was tough. And when he was in trouble, he fired back. It was really hard work. And after the third round, I went back to the corner. I said to Mick, like I said, I'm done. And he went, "Shut up, you fucking idiot." And I'll never forget that. And he said, "Look, get out there, get on your jab and box." So, fourth round started, and I wouldn't say I nearly got stopped because I weren't hurt, but I was exhausted. I remember just being sat on the ropes and he throwing big daft hooks at me. And every 5 or 6 seconds, I'd throw some big mad right hook, technically horrendous. For a pay-per-view show, it was really poor. And I could box, but I was so unfit, I couldn't box. And this fella really took me out of my comfort zone. But halfway through the fourth round, he's slowed down. As soon as the pace is slowed down, I have got a good jab. I've got T-Rex arms, but I've got a good jab. There's no telling it. My jab is good because there's no knocking Fisher's head back with it. Anyone like Nick Webb, the Nick Webb fight, the jab was the key. I've got T-Rex arms. My arms are tiny, but there's no telling my jab. And it's just, I don't know, it's just a natural thing. My jab just fires out without any tell. So I got behind my jab, and then round 5 and 6, I was starting to beat him up. Probably leveled up on the cards. And then early in round 7, I caught him on the nose, cut his nose, and beat him up again through 7. He's all done at this point. He's never been past. I don't think he's ever been past 4 or 5 rounds. And they pulled him out at the end of the round. And I was a bit gutted, really, because I thought with 3 rounds left, if I come back from these bad first few rounds and put him on his arse, which I thought I would have done with 3 rounds to go, I would have been over the moon. It'd have been a buzz. The arena would have loved it. It would have looked good. But he pulled out in the corner. It was a bit anticlimactic. I didn't feel like I got him back. Didn't feel like I got him back from giving me a bit of an eye in the first few rounds. And I was disappointed. I did a post-fight interview I was disappointed in myself, and I was disappointed in myself. I let myself down. Even then, I knew that. But looking back now, it's nearly 33. I'm mature now, and I know how to do that. I know how to do the job, and I am doing the job right. I look back and I just think, what a moron I am, or was. Eddie came over, like, oh, you're not fit and all this. And I said, look, how can I be fit? You told me I weren't boxing until December, and I'm boxing on 3 weeks' notice. That gives me 2 weeks to train. Loads of fights in my career I got a stick. But I had 2 weeks to train for the Bracamonte fight. It wasn't easy. 2 weeks to train. But the other fights I had loads of notice for. Price, Nebo, and others. Thomas won. That I didn't train for. So it's no one's fault but my own. But some of the times the notice were that bad. I didn't have time to get fit. I just sparred. But I was always sparring. But that was the Bracamonte fight, yeah. Then after the fight, the British Boxing Board, I weren't allowed to box December 8th or December 22nd. I had to pull off both fights. I was gutted. I was trying to become the most active home fighter. I think I had 6 in 2018. I would have had 8. And for the level I was boxing at, even though I boxed Tony Yoka that year, Thomas for the Commonwealth, Webb, it wasn't the highest level. Yoka was good. He was very good at the time. It wasn't the highest level, but I was boxing at a decent level doing 10 rounders all year. But but they said I weren't. The boxing board said not to do it. But I perforated my eardrum. I think 6 times now. But I do get punched in the ear a lot, which doesn't help. So yeah, that was the Bracamonte fight. So the main takeaway: I got 25 grand purse. I got 3 weeks notice, and it was fucking hard work. But yeah, I just if I had the mentality that I've got now at 26, I could have done a lot more. But luckily, as a heavyweight, and the last fight I had, I feel it's not too late. But I was a massive moron, to be honest, and I made really hard work of a fight that shouldn't have been hard work. Bracamonte had gone to box everybody. He had a fight. The fight with me were hard. He had an even harder fight with Egorov. Went 10 rounds with Egorov. Just took a good hiding. His punch resistance is gone. He was out of shape at 18-4 when I boxed him. I think he boxed Fraser Clark at 22-4, 22-6 maybe. And he got knocked out in a round a couple of months ago. I watched on a Box Nation show. Sad, really. He was a nice fella and he was tough and he weren't bad at all. But he took. I think it did take John Miller distance. Dempsey McKean took loads of good fights distance, and I stopped him out of shape. So I look back on it as a pretty good result actually, because he weren't a bad fighter. He weren't a world beater by any means, but he weren't bad. But anyway, that is today's video.